Hi, everyone. I'm Brittany Bisbee Green. I'm the organizer of Central Arkansas Pagans and Witches, and this is the new moon video for August of 2020. So the new moon for this month is in Leo, and it is set for Tuesday, the 18th at 9:41. The new moon last month was also in Leo, but just in case you missed that video, I will read the Leo description again from the main book that I use. So Leo, the element is fire. The quality of action is fixed. The polarity is positive and masculine. The colors are gold and yellow-orange. Planetary ruler is the sun. Keywords are creative, risk-taking, charismatic, or in the spotlight, egocentric, needs applause, fun-loving, generous, proud, honest, exciting, and magnanimous. Leo magical themes are to honor or call upon the energies of any sun god or goddess, to increase or inspire creativity, to charge one's ability to give a good performance, to increase self-esteem, to access the inner child, to set a beacon for a new lover or for a new child, to excel in a sports competition, to win at speculation, and to express joy of life. So since we covered Leo last month, I wanted to delve into some planetary action for this month. So in case you missed previous videos, the planets that are in retrograde right now are, let's see my list, Uranus, that's the main one that we're going to be talking about tonight. It went into retrograde on the 16th, and it comes out of retrograde on the 29th of September. Saturn is in retrograde until the 29th of September. Neptune is also in retrograde until the 28th of September. Pluto is in retrograde until October the 4th. Jupiter is in retrograde until the 12th of September. Mars goes into retrograde on the 9th of September and comes out on the 13th of November. So for Uranus retrograde, some of the things that we can do while it's in retrograde are watch contrarian tendencies to avoid being a rebel without a cause, question your political stances, and distance yourself from destructive people. Some of the magical themes for Uranus are breaking old and unwanted habits, gaining freedom, achieving independence, increasing creativity, that works with Leo as well, adapting to change, initiating reform, working for a humanitarian goal, building group energy and group mind, aura cleansing and healing, and seeking inspiration from the gods. Uranus energy, while it is in retrograde, is basically a change or die energy. It's not literal death, but it's more the inability to thrive if you don't change. It serves as a wake-up call to transform reality that no longer serves you, and it also deals with shocking truths and unpredictable news. So far in 2020, we have had a huge tower movement, and every day seems to be shocking news and unpredictable truths and unpredictable news, and it, in my opinion, doesn't show any signs of slowing down. So we need to take that and take everything that we have had this year and still be prepared for more, because I could be wrong. I'm an amateur at the astrology, but I feel like more is coming, especially with the Postal Service news and the election coming up. Um, the COVID pandemic issue is still happening. Black Lives Matter is still at the forefront. We're having a lot of um, awareness of children and pedophilia in the news, um, a lot of intense weather, that sort of thing. So just beware. Just don't be afraid, but be on your guard. However, in dealing with all of that being said, what I really want to focus on tonight is the self. I think that a lot of our energy is being taken up, obviously, by the aforementioned issues. But what we really need to be worried about, not worried, but focusing on, is ourselves. We are coming into the dark part of the year with Lunaza or Lammas having just happened. So the next big turn of the wheel is Mabon, which is the basically the Thanksgiving of witches. It's the second harvest. Lunaza being the first. Lunaza is the wheat harvest. Mabon is the fruit harvest, and Samhain is the meat harvest. So with Mabon approaching, we will be, some of us going into shadow work, as it is the dark time of the year. A caveat to that is that not all of us are suited for shadow work in the dark time of the year, myself being one of them. If you have issues with going into the dark in the dark time of year, don't do that. I speak from personal experience. It's bad news bears. So don't do that. What I will say is that if you are okay with going into the dark time of the year, then this is absolutely the time that you need to be preparing for that shadow work to be happening. With the Uranus energy that we just spoke of, it's going to be a time for change, a time to self-reflect, a time to look into your creative side. A lot of us don't like change, and that's perfectly understandable. However, change is inevitable, because without change, there is no growth. So even if you don't like change, you need to embrace change, because it's how you grow. Or as the whisper that I have had for the past year and a half, be comfortable with being uncomfortable. So the meditation for tonight is going to deal with some inner reflections, things that you want to change about yourself in the coming up months. So if you would, we're going to close our eyes. And we're going to take a deep breath in and out. Breathe in. Breathe out. While you're breathing in, you're going to welcome all of the positivity that change brings. And as you breathe out, you're going to release that negativity. Now I want you to focus on a hallway. There's no set length for the hallway, just however long you personally envision it to be. And there's going to be doors in this hallway. They can be plain doors, they can be modern, they can be antique, whatever comes to you. And I want you to envision that each door represents a part of you that needs change, but is reluctant toward that change. And I want you to contemplate each of these doors as you look at them. Some of these doors are going to be quite difficult to encounter because the change that lies behind them is daunting. Other doors are going to seem like an easy pick because they're a small thing. They seem to not take much energy. However, feel that Uranus energy. Don't be fooled in thinking that the small change is the easiest. As you look at these doors, I want you to pick a door. I want you to choose something to change. And when you have chosen, then for now, the rest of the doors will close. You will have to revisit these doors, but for now they will close. Now, standing in front of the only door that's open, I want you to see what lies on the other side of this door. Walk toward it. Get as close as you're comfortable getting. Put your feet in the casing. Now, some of you feel an anxiety rising, feel a fear rising. But you're going to let that anxiety, that fear, that trepidation pass because it's only going to get in your way. And when you're ready, I want you to pick your foot up and step across the threshold. Now you see before you challenges, changes, choices. Maybe some things that you didn't expect, maybe some things that you did. You're not going to delve too deep into this right now. You're just an observer. You see the things that are changing or that need to change. You see the work that lay ahead of you. And while it may be overwhelming, you are comforted by the thought, you can do this. You are strong enough to do this. You're able enough to do this. You have what it takes to do this, and you can do this. Seeing all the things that lay before you, noting them, earmarking them, putting eyes on them. And now when you're ready, I want you to back out of the room and shut the door. You are not shutting the door on this change or these choices. You are shutting the door so that when you are ready, you can reopen it and deal with these changes and make these choices. And as you breathe in and out, you feel a sense of peace. You feel a confidence that you didn't have before. You know that when this comes, you will be ready. Breathe in and breathe out. When you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you guys for joining me for the August new moon. My apologies for missing the last couple of full moons. I had to take some time for myself on July the 4th, and the last one was just way closer to Luna's Awe. I didn't have enough energy for that. So apologize for that, but I feel like you can understand. So again, thank you for joining me. Have a happy new moon, and I will see you guys next time. Blessings.